Obviously, hats off to a really good Raging Cajun football team. That's a championship football team. I think we got a chance to see, they've won the championship a couple years in a row. They have some championship DNA. It's been a while since Marshall has been able to win a championship. It doesn't happen overnight. I'm proud of the way the guys played. I'm proud of the way they fought. There's just some things culture-wise when you win championships that you know how to do at the right moments, the right time, that we're still learning. I don't question the guys' effort. Obviously we can look at the film and there's, a couple different plays we can make here or there. That's execution. But there's ebbs and flows in championship level games that championship programs know how to, battle through. And that's what we're learning. I don't have a switch. Trust me, the guys in the locker room, the players want to win really, really bad. Trust me, I don't question that by any means. But we played a championship program tonight, and as we transition forward, we'll be able to learn from this. I challenge the guys in the locker room not to be angry, not to be disappointed, but to be driven. There are some guys who are going to move on from college football, so they should be driven to maximize their opportunities from here on out, whether that's NFL, whether that's being a better husband, better father. Be driven. When you're driven, you can learn. When you're angry or upset, you don't learn. So I challenge them to be driven, right? I challenge the guys coming back to be driven, to be better, to close the gap widened. Obviously moving into a new conference, whenever that happens, the gap widened. We made some strides this year, didn't get close enough, but I am not by any means deterred from our process. I'm not disappointed in one player. I'm not disappointed in anything. Marshall is getting better. Maybe not as fast as everybody would like it, including myself, but we're getting better. Did some really good things, got to continue to build on it. Hats off again. Congratulations to Coach D and his first win. With that, we'll open up with questions.
Questions for the players, please.
Rashid, you talked a little bit about your success running the ball and how you guys were able to generate that the entire game.
At the beginning of all week we was preparing. Patience was a big key, and trusting the O-line and the block and knowing what's going on, knowing what the O-linemen, who they going to, and just being patient and trusting it. So that was the game plan going in, just being more patient than I ever been, and it worked out.
Alex, for you, I know that you're assessing the defense up front during plays. What did you see Louisiana do differently in the second half that really limited you all?
I just think we weren't executing enough. I don't think they did a lot of anything really different. I just think they started to execute and we stopped executing. And, that's our bad. We had too many self-inflicted wounds and kind of did it to ourselves.
Oh, can you talk a little bit about your performance? I think it was good as any of us to see you play out there. What motivated you, and talk a little bit about how you play?
I just want to win for the 6 years. I don't really care about the stats. I don't really care who makes the play. I just want to win the game.
One of the turning points, and this would be for any of the three that want to comment, it seemed like a turning point in this game is when Willie got hit. At that point, you all had momentum, and it seemed like Louisiana sort of fed off that. And where did you see the game go at that point?
Championship teams don't lose their cool. It's part of being a champion. You ask Kobe Bryant if he ever got fouled really, really hard. He went to the line and made 2 free throws. We're still learning to do that. Obviously, it's an emotional game, and that's their player that got hit really hard. But championship teams don't lose their cool. Championship teams lock in, and we've got some. We just don't have enough, and that's not a knock on any player. We're just learning how to win. No player on this team has won a championship in college. That doesn't mean these guys aren't champions. Let me make sure that they understand that. But championship teams lock in, and that's the difference, and that's what we're learning. And we can use those examples to learn from. A championship team makes the big plays, when you got an opportunity to make the big play. And I think we saw the difference. Are we close? Yeah. Are you guys tired of hearing that? Yeah. But it's my job to make sure I'm measuring the progress and not the result. Because we could be doing a lot of things and not be disciplined and not be doing the things we need to do to sustain success, but we're getting close. But that's the difference. You know, that happens. Championship teams lock in. Kobe Bryant tears his Achilles, goes to the line, hits 2 free throws. Think he was hurt? Probably so.
Any additional questions for the student athletes?
Alex, obviously, occasionally we're out without Taylor and Humphrey, one of their starters, their big guys across the defensive line. Did you guys, kind of, when you found out that news, did you prepare for that, especially there in the first half where you guys were able to attack the interior defense?
No. I think we prepared the same way all week. Like he said, championship teams, one player's not going to change anything. 2 players ain't going to change nothing. So I think him being out, I mean, it was what it was. They got good 2-3 deep, The guys that were playing in place of him were just as good. So I think we were just putting it together in the first half. And Coach Huff said it, that you guys might get tired of hearing that we're close, but I don't think some people realize how close we actually are. Obviously my time's done at Marshall, but anybody that wants to jump off the wagon now, say it's same old Marshall, say all this BS about this and that, I mean, go ahead. We're happier without y'all. I have faith as now an alumni that my guys are going to win a championship, and they're going to do it one way or another, and they've got people in place leading them, figuring out how they're going to do it. And like I said, you want to jump off the wagon, go ahead, but we will be back, and I'm forever a part of this program. So,
Anything else for the student athlete?